What happens if visual training for tennis doesn't work? And so the first thing I think I have to start with is I can relate to that. You go and there's some things that look terrific that you see on the internet. It looks good and you dive in and it's the next big thing and you try it. It doesn't work. This isn't necessarily the next big thing. A lot of this is connected to the ancient wisdom of tennis. Although there are some new discoveries and some things that have been reframed from other stuff. New research, affirmation of social and research into techniques that have been taught in a lot of different places, now all collected into one place. So, you hear about the results of other people. This has happened to me a couple different times where, somebody said, hey, you really got to do this. I'm getting great results, or that person's getting great results. And that's excellent. And so then I sign up and I do the same things they do and all that. And then I get almost nothing. Even recently, I signed up for ClickFunnels, worked with it for 4 solid months and expected to see a lot more there, but it ended up being a money loser. So I stopped it. All right. This is not that. I cut that out. I've learned to be a lot quicker at cutting things off. The pain of signing up for something that doesn't work. I've seen minimal impact from things, like ClickFunnels, for instance. I did it. I went the full 9 yards. I got all the stuff going. I started building my list, getting about a quarter of the income of the amount of money that I was paying out monthly. So, it doesn't mean I can't revisit that later. Visual training is going to do something for you right away. You're going to have some major improvements in your game and the game of your people, because this is what happens. I have spent sometimes hundreds and even thousands of dollars on things that didn't work. And so that's another interesting thing. Visual training's not going to cost you that much. So that's an important part. Sometimes people feel like, okay, it's not for me. I don't need it. But I think what I've done with the visual training is I've taken some things that people did before that weren't really targeted at real problems. They were very esoteric and research driven and things that didn't have practical application in the real world of playing tennis and teaching tennis. So this has been a major focus for me, is to target these things really well. If you get invested with visual training for tennis and you go take the course and you don't like it, or you don't think it's valuable, I'll give you a full refund. I want you to take zero risk, other than you got to plunk your money down first. People are getting through the course and then they're sort of all of a sudden saying, wow. An example of that recently is Dan Travis. Andy Dowsett has also enjoyed the course quite a bit, and Sterling and others. So anyway, many more other people have done that, and you can be there too. All right, so I'm very confident that you're going to gain something for visual training for tennis. The vast majority of people have had game-changing experiences, very close to 100% of the people, and the only people who aren't maximizing it, I find that they are simply not open-minded. Every once in a while, I run into somebody and they're just not open-minded. So that's not my fault. Just yesterday, I was on the court with a guy and he seemed to want to have a lot of self-limiting thoughts about what's going on. I've cast a wide net of skills in the course, philosophies and exercises, realizing that people are different in how they see. So every visual researchers say that if everybody's different, the way in which they differ the most is in their visual experience of the world, right? So automatically right there, what you're going to get is a perspective on other people. So if you're a player, you're going to understand that your coach sees differently than you. If you're a coach, you're going to see that your players see differently than you, and you're going to have a wider amount of skills. So it's very skill driven, it's mindset driven, it's also philosophy driven, but it's all about being practical on court. What are things that you can do to see the ball better? Due to delays in creation of some material and some technical upgrades, I'm continuing to offer the course not for $197, not for $97, or even $47, but $27 because you are an early adopter. I appreciate that. And what I really hope is that because eventually it's going to be $197. Because you're an early adopter, what I'm really hoping that you will do is also review the course for me. And so I really do appreciate that. There's something for everyone. Concise skills, specific things to do on court. There is some theory. I had one person write a review of the book saying that all I did was talk about myself. And I was like, you know what? I don't think that's really fair. I mean, I gave some anecdotes, a couple out of 28 chapters. I mean, I probably mentioned 4 or 5 or 6 things maybe that I had seen myself, but mostly I was talking about the players I worked with. So I don't know, it's interesting how people perceive that. There's some drills and some physical exercises and also some resources, like for instance, the Blazepods are amazing. SwingVision is an amazing visual product, because then what you could do is you can translate what happens on the court with stroke production, because you can break things down and you can start to look at the movement of the player's head or whatnot. There's a lot of discussion about how to gain an advantage over another player who doesn't have the visual skills, because what's going to happen is you're going to win more points because you're going to have fewer mishits. You're going to get more balls in your sweet spot. You're going to have an enhanced ability. You're going to have an enhanced ability to hit your targets on court when it matters. Very important stuff. And what you're going to be able to do is maximize the amount of time that you have, and be better able to take time away from your opponent. So anyway, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and sign up right now for the course. And you can do that just basically by sending me an email to infinitevisioncoach@gmail.com, infinitevisioncoach@gmail.com. And it's also going to be in the show notes here on YouTube. But you know, I guarantee you're going to get something great out of it. It's going to make you a better player and a more valuable instructor of tennis. And I know for me, it has really helped me in my teaching, because now I miss hit so few times. I mean, my players get to hit more balls if I'm rallying with them, because I'm hitting the ball better. And then I'm also being a better example of how to see the ball well. You know, it all works together. So anyway, so thanks for watching, and go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you like what you see, please share with other people. And thanks for watching.